it's easier to find someone that fits with you when you're able to show who you are.
That's the thing.
Looking for a player too? Welcome to the Date Like a Nerd podcast, where your gamer skills, dice rolls, and cosplay are your greatest dating assets. I'm Alex, and I'm a dating coach who helps shy, introverted nerds find their player too organically. I've interviewed hundreds of nerds and learned what really works. Here we skip the just be confident cliches and get real about how nerds actually made their player too. Are you ready?
Hey everyone, I'd like to welcome again Jose. This time I want to talk about where we met. There's another talk like this with Veer. This is the Jose that Veer talks about in that interview. So if you haven't checked that out, I suggest you go there afterwards. The reason that I want to talk about where we met is because I always suggest these types of environments to find dates, but the reason why you should go there is not to find dates, or at least the driver should be finding friends and getting to know people. Because in that getting to know people who have things in common with you, then you'll either find someone that you like there, or you'll find someone within that group of friends. And the people who didn't fit with us quite often were people who just came because they were looking for a partner. Right?
Yeah, they were looking to
or get laid.
It's funny. Yes, exactly. It's funny because I've told you this, but my husband now says that it's really counterintuitive how everyone there dated someone at some point.
Yeah.
And how there were so many things. Like, I think on those years, I had more guys telling me I really like you than ever in my life.
You're the queen.
No, and that's the thing. I wasn't even the popular or the prettier one. It's like, no, but the thing is, but we all dated someone. So it wasn't like we were all like super like prudes or anything. It was like a very open environment. But when someone just wanted like to hook up, you would notice like a mile away. And that it's not attractive. They wouldn't fit. And when they were like, and some people would even get like really intense about that, and they would like start making us uncomfortable. And I remember at some point having to kick someone out of a meeting and say like, okay, this is not how it works. So you're going to have to, you have to leave because this is not working. So you're making people uncomfortable. So just please leave.
What was the person doing?
He was, the whole vampire thing.
Yeah. I know who we're talking about, yes.
Yeah. They were like literally throwing, it was a guy throwing himself to the girls, like literally they like hanging and trying to like kind of bite you in the neck.
In a playful way. Yeah.
Yeah. And all the playful things he was doing were like they were all about like trying to kiss someone. He was all the time like touching people in really uncomfortable ways. And you could see that people wasn't comfortable with that. So, yeah, but it was quite an exception. It wasn't the usual thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that was the thing that was uncomfortable. The thing is, they were just looking for that.
Yeah.
They never talked to someone. They weren't like making friends. They weren't sharing the conversation. They weren't playing the games. They just wanted that. And that's not nice.
Well, I mean, that's not nice. That wasn't nice in that circle.
Yeah.
In that environment, right? Like,
exactly.
I mean, sure, if you go to a bar and you try to bite people's necks, even if it's for fun, you're still going to get the same reaction. But apart from that, if you go to a bar, if you go to a club and you clearly want to hook up, it's accepted and it's known and it's, let's say, shared. Whether they want to hook up with you or not, that's a different story. I'm not a bar or club person, so I don't know how those dynamics work. But at least in our case, we were all there to socialize with people with whom we had something in common.
Yeah. And I also think that you say this about like it's okay in a bar, but I think if you're trying to build like a meaningful relationship, I'm not saying not even like in a long term, but if we're trying to build something that's a little more than a night, then you're not doing it this way usually. I mean,
I don't go to bars, so I have no idea.
no, but I think usually when you talk to people, maybe it's my circle. And now I'm in.
When you talk to your people, yes?
Yeah, when I talk to my people, I mean, I have friends that started like a one night thing and now they are married with 2 children. But it's like one.
Yeah.
Not the. So I guess the nice thing about these environments has to do with I'm falling into the thing that you don't like about being yourself.
We can discuss it.
Yeah, no, but I guess when you find your people, it's easier to like be yourself, to be authentic, and you end up like it's easier to find someone that fits with you when you're able to show who you are.
That's the thing. That's why I don't like be yourself, because if you say be yourself, I can be like, okay, be myself. I'm shy, introverted. I don't talk to people. I don't go anywhere. It's very hard for me to say how I feel and to demonstrate it. And so that's how I am, right? And that's why I don't like that type of advice. Versus choose who you want to be and the things you like and accept them and don't change them, but learn to show it in a confident way and see, and so that way you can find people who really fit well with you.
Exactly.
That's to me is a key difference. It's not just be yourself. It's change the things that are standing in the way of you getting the results you want, whatever that is, as a way to really truly become the person that you want to be, right? Like in our case, like in my case, I have never wanted to just hook up for hooking up. That's not a thing for me. Actually, the only time that I maybe had a one night stand is because then she went back with her ex. Otherwise, it would not have been a one night stand, right?
Yeah.
And this was a friend that I had made for like 4 years.
Yeah.
But to me, the thing is, we went to those places and we could show who we were and the things that we liked, and we could do things that we were proud of without being ridiculed, bullied, or anything else.
Yeah.
Which made us feel more comfortable to just keep showing those things and find the ones that fit with us. Because like even within like the forum, there were like 50 people, maybe sometimes something like that.
I think even more.
I mean, in the forum there were more, but like in the meetups we would be like 30, 50.
I have no idea.
And there were always like even like smaller groups, right? Like there were people that I would see regularly that I would not consider actual friends, that I wouldn't hang out with outside.
I think that's something that sometimes gets in the way with relationships. Again, talking about the like nerdy stuff. All the labels that the society makes about how people is, what's cool, what's not, what's attractive, desirable, and all that might get in the way. So, like being in peace with who you are and actually like saying, okay, who I want to date? Do I want to date some? You are supposed to like, there are things that are supposed to be more attractive than others. So like getting to like remove all those things and actually connect with what you actually feel attracted to, what you actually feel like. That's something that is really important.
It's funny that you were talking about like what's attractive and what's not. a while ago, I matched with someone. She seemed pretty nerdy, and at some point, I said that during the pandemic, I did a marathon of Star Wars. We watched 11 movies in like 3 or 4 sittings. I would not call that a pickup line or flirting. Or at least that's not what they teach you. That's flirting. Her response was, "That's actually kind of hot."
You don't get more nerd than that. It's like,
And if I had hidden that, if I had said like, "Oh no, like what's she gonna think?" Like,
yeah,
"Oh my God, like I did like a marathon and whatnot
yeah,
of Star Wars," I would have never gotten that response. Right. In the end,
yeah,
I mean, she was in a different country and she started dating someone else, so nothing ended up happening. But we built a much, much stronger connection through being nerdy.
yeah.
Right. And who knows, maybe I met her in person and we didn't like each other, whatever. But I have found quite often that people tell me, like, I'm afraid of showing or talking about the things that I like because that's an automatic turnoff, right? Like, I don't want to show that I'm a nerd. And this has never happened to me, by the way. Like, maybe it's just a confidence thing. Maybe it's that my formative years, like growing up, like from when I was 14 until I was 25, my group of friends were nerds. So to me, that's being a nerd is a good thing, right? And so I'm super confident when I say like, I'm a nerd.
Well,
yeah,
I have to say, it happened to me that I've been like the nice girl, like the whole nice guy that we were talking earlier. I've been like the nice girl because of being nerd. But again, like taking on what we talked before, that's something that if you feel vulnerable about that, then just go slowly. Maybe you can see the other person actually how the other person gets it. Because if you feel like every time you say, I like Star Wars, Tolkien, classical music, whatever your nerdy thing is, if you feel like when you say that people will attack you, then first, if someone attacks you, that's not your person. That's not a friend. That's not someone you want to be with. You don't want that people to be like close to you in any way, because if someone isn't able to respect something you love, then you don't want that person near you. But also, you don't have to be like, again, like go to the first day with I don't know, the Tolkien shirt and
dressed as a wizard.
Let's go. Yeah, I mean, you can go slowly, and if you're vulnerable about that, you don't have to like expose it right away. You can just talk about that a little bit casually, like again, just building things a little bit at a time. And so that's not about hiding it to the other person, but not exposing yourself to something that makes you feel vulnerable. If you do, it's not. I think it's different. And it's not. I'll put it slowly to you because you might not. It's like I have to take good care of myself. So I know some people will attack me about this. Okay, let's go slowly on this, and you can, but you have to build it a little bit at a time.
Mm-hmm. I think there's also like two things within what you said. One about like taking it slowly is many people, I get the feeling that they feel rejected because they just start talking about what they like, right? Like they're like, oh, yeah, I love Tolkien. And did you know that the son of this, the son of that, then went to and they start telling that the whole story and the other person just doesn't care.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the issues why people find those reactions of like, when if I talk about the things that I like, then it's a turnoff. I have found those types of people who they just start talking about their topic. It doesn't have to be nerdy, like whatever they want, and they don't care about what the other person wants to, like, are they interested even?
Yeah.
That's one thing. The other thing is when I mention what I like, I just say that I like it.
Yeah.
Period. If you want, you can ask me more
Exactly.
questions, or you can tell me if you also do the same. But I just say like, yeah, I love fantasy, I like video games, I like whatever, and I move on unless the other person wants to engage with that. Now, I have had some people who laugh at it. They literally laugh. Like when I say like, yeah, I was a paying member of Tolkien Association for like 7 years. What? You're such a nerd. Ha 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 ha. I'm like, yeah, I totally am. With pride, you know?
Yeah.
And then just the conversation continues. I'm not going to go deeper into the work of Tolkien and the movies and this and
no, but there's like a difference in talking about the like facts about the things that you like. If this character did this or did that, or how amazing, I don't know, the books are, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not about how amazing that thing is. It's like how amazing it is for you. And I mean, when we talk about this whole like Tolkien thing, that's kind of what put us together. I mean, we've been friends for over 20 years, or we met each other. But it has nothing to do with that book. I mean, you can even talk about something that's, if you're passionate about something, you can say a lot of things about that without being like on the facts. You don't need to be, it's like the best character ever, this movie, and start discussing if these are the best. But you can be, I absolutely, I can get enough of this topic, or I really loved it because I felt like belonged somewhere when I met this. Yeah. Or you can talk about things that have to do with you and not about that thing. And that makes it way more interesting. If someone wants to get to know you, that's something they can like actually relate to.
That's actually something that I was coaching someone a while back, and we're talking about like conversation skills, and we were just role playing conversations, and he was asking me like that, like facts, right? Like what happened with this, like things, and I'm like, or he was also saying like sometimes the other person does stuff that I don't share, like maybe, I don't know, they like football or they like something else and I like Tolkien, and we don't connect. What I learned over time is to ask people about how they relate to that thing that they like. Why do they like that? How does that make them feel? Yeah. Why they got into it? That to me is much more bonding and creates much more rapport than the actual what this character did, or if this team won or whatever it is. Also, like, I don't like sports. I don't care about sports. And every time I hear people talking about that kind of stuff, I'm like, I just switch off. But I can actually relate to, like, what do you like about it? Like, what's your relationship with it? Like, did you like it growing up? Whatever it is, but it's about your relationship with that thing, and the same thing on the other side. So even if the other person has a different interest than you do, you can always ask about how they relate to that interest, not necessarily about the interest itself.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
Because we've been talking for a while now. And this is a very different conversation than what I had with Ver, which is great. It's also why I didn't want to.
I really want to listen to that.
You will, don't worry. I'm sure everyone else has or they can by now. But to me, I think the takeaway from what we've been talking about is finding a place where you belong first. And from there, you can start kind of like digging through the people that you find there and their network to find someone to date where you will actually feel comfortable because they're your people already.
Exactly. Well, I can actually, when you were saying that at the beginning, I was thinking we have some pretty close friends who met through a friend. I mean, he was at the ATA forum, and one of the girls was at the ATA forum, and she introduced her friend, and now they've been married for, I don't know, 10 years. They have two children.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing. It's like, it happens. It's not like a theory. You might get it. It's like, no, it happens when you are with your people.
Yeah. We can't know how long it might take. There is some chance, there is some luck.
Yeah.
But so far, most of the people that I remember and that I have interviewed, it's been like that.
Yeah. And the thing is, if it doesn't happen, you are still getting meaningful relationships. You're still getting to the feeling of belonging. You don't feel like a weirdo, that you don't, I mean, you have, even if they're not like lifelong friends, you still get something good for you. And for a lot of people, they might think, I don't want any more friends. I have enough friends. They don't have to be lifelong friends. It's okay, but you're still getting something that it's nurturing you and not like tiring you, like maybe like trying to pick up someone at a bar and just not having anything in common, like weekend after weekend.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much, and everybody take care.
Looking for a player too? I've interviewed hundreds of nerds and learned what really works. Download your data-backed guide with real stories, actionable tips, and a step-by-step system for finding love the nerd way at daylikeanerd.com/reality.